That's right, baby. We are back. Back on a Saturday. 2025 is here, and so are we. Well, we're not done with 2024 yet, baby. It's time to do some awards. Late Night and RyGon, this is our third annual award show, man. How you guys doing?
Pretty damn good, dude. Feeling good. Happy the gang's all back together. Eric's feeling better. That's a good thing.
Good to be here, man. Good to be here.
Yeah, happy to see you back in action late night. That sounded like that wasn't too much fun, but we're happy to have you back, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to be back.
All right. So we're here today. It is the SDL Awards Show. We've got a lot to get to. It's kind of funny. I think it might be cool one day to go back and do like a review of like some of our past awards. And, you know, it gets to be the next year. Like, I kind of don't even remember how we sort of structured it, because sometimes we talk about different things depending on, you know, whatever we feel like talking about, whatever we liked from the year. But I think it's kind of cool to have this little catalog of the things that we were into from the prior year. And it's fun to just kind of like, you know, we always put together some slides and stuff and grab some photos for it. And I love just like going through like the photos from the past year, and there's always some stuff you didn't remember.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of hard to think about too, for the past year, like what came out, what, you know what I mean? What was released in that year. Sometimes you get confused and you go, oh wait, was that 2 years ago? Or was that this year?
Yeah, totally. But I'm excited. It's going to be a fun show. Just how first of all, how's your Saturdays going, guys? Ryan, how's your Saturday going right now in PA?
Pretty good. I've been opening figures and throwing the packaging away.
That's what's
up.
Running out of space. Yeah.
Nice. That's a good feeling, bro. That's a good feeling.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I do it. I don't believe in keeping figures in the package. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Not freaking worth it. What about you, Late Night? What's going? I mean, I mean, let's get some serious stuff sort of out of the way. I mean, obviously, it's the world, so there's always some really serious things going on right now. Out in California, there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of serious stuff right now. Just, it looks like stuff out of a movie. I saw Rob Zamora in the chat earlier. Whenever I've sort of seen him online recently in different chats, people always ask him how he is. It sounds like maybe some stuff might be getting closer to him. Rob, we hope you're okay, man.
Yeah.
Keep us updated. Late Night, can you just fill us in a little bit? How close are you to any of this stuff that's going on?
No, nowhere close.
Good.
The Palisades are probably a good 2.5 hours, maybe northwest of me. So they're way out by the coast. So they're a long ways from me. So same with Altadena. Altadena is probably maybe like an hour and a half. Up towards like the Pasadena area, up in the foothills up there. So yeah, it's way far from, I mean, you can't see or smell any smoke from where I'm at. So yeah, but hearts go out to all those people and all the residents and the lives lost. And man, it's just a terrible thing when things like, fire and the California Santa Anas, join forces, and just, I mean, the destruction is just, epic. It's just ridiculous. It's just mind-numbing what can happen in such a quick time with things like that happen. So like I said, my heart goes out to everybody out there that's out here in California that's dealing with the situation. It's just bad all around, man. Real bad.
Yep, 100%, man. And it's just, it's very sobering. Like, I was, you're talking to some friends about what's going on, and people are like, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? And it blows my mind still that with all of the incredible, amazing things we can do in this world, that like, just fire, one of the most basic elements of life, is out there, and like, we can't control it. We can't stop it. It really makes you feel small. And sort of reminds us that we're just passing through, baby. Like, this world is going to be here long after we are. And there's a lot of fellow humans that are going through a lot of stuff right now. Human life has been lost. I would just encourage people, we're all online a lot. Just try to be kind to each other. You know what I mean? Like, you never know, somebody might have a family member out there. So, our hearts go out to everybody who's affected by that, and, just hoping for the day, hopefully it comes soon, where we can kind of, look back on this as a thing that happened and there's people rebuilding.
Hmm. Yeah, hopefully. It's just like I said, it's just devastating to see all the destruction and chaos that's ensued and over the last few days, and just like I said, how quickly complete lives and complete neighborhoods have been completely decimated to nothing, to just ash and rubble. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, like I said before, they look like movie scenes to me,
Yeah,
real life, and these are people's actual homes. And
yeah.
and again, not that it matters what kind of person it is, because they're all humans and they're all people,
Right,
but
right,
it's
right.
affecting all kinds of people,
Mhm,
rich, poor, whatever.
mhm.
This is a real deal. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's no good transition from something like that to like a show where we talk about nerd stuff, except to say that, it sort of makes me feel even a little bit luckier that I think it's a good idea for us to be able to appreciate that we're able to do this. We're
Absolutely.
able to hop online and talk about some stuff that, the stuff we're talking about doesn't really matter. It's more about the activity of engaging and talking with each other, sharing some time with one another, sharing some laughs.
Mhm.
And that's what it's all about as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, so I guess a good way, I think, to start off, like I said, there's no good transition, but kind of a good thing would be to touch on something I think pretty positive. I think it's really cool. Something that I shared in the Cabal earlier this week, because it is one of the cooler things that I've sort of ever been a part of. And let me pull up a couple of pictures here. Wanted to share, and it is relevant to today's show. So I shared this in the Cabal earlier this week. And so the deal is my son Chase, who many of you have met before, my 13-year-old son, awesome dude, my best buddy, goes to me to conventions a lot, very creative kid. For Halloween, periodically, he'll want to be a character that is, let's say, difficult to find a costume for. And my wife, Victoria, pretty crafty, has fabricated costumes from scratch for him on several occasions. Okay. That's the setup. This year, he created an original character with a whole backstory with illustrations and everything. And that's what he wanted to be for Halloween. So Victoria, Mrs. Hedgehog, fabricated the costume for him for his original character. Okay. And she did such an awesome job, and it was super cool. And of course, I shared that with some friends. One of the really good friends I shared it with was Anthony Houseal, he of the Toy Forge. And Anthony basically took it upon himself and decided to help create Chase's character in Legion scale. So he sort of designed the head and the weapon. Thiago Conti sculpted it. Chase was able to participate in the development process, gave notes at a couple of junctures, answered some questions, provided some additional illustrations. And just the other day, we got some of the 3D printed heads and the staffs that Anthony helped create and helped bring to life. And here's just some of the, like right here, you see the actual 3D printed heads and the staffs. Here is the helmet of the costume that Victoria had created. This was the original drawing that Chase first did. This was an updated design of the staff Chase put together. This is a shot of the 3D printed parts on some Legion parts. And same thing again. And here's Chase with what the costume looked like when it was done. We'll say, according to Chase, the 3D printed parts a little bit more accurate to his design. So he's very happy about that. And I just thought that was one of the coolest things, man. One of my favorite things about any hobby I have or my activities is when my family can sort of get involved. And it's just a really cool thing. A bunch of people sort of participating in it. So the plan is at least to start painting some of this stuff this weekend. And as part of the show, we have a set of one of the heads and a staff that will give away later in today's show. If you win the giveaway later today, you can get your own copy of Chase's original character. The head and the staff now is what we're talking about. The name of the character is Carter, right, Chase? Carter? Yeah, Carter. Yeah, Carter. And I'll share the story later on. It's this wild, crazy. The backstory is wild. So pretty cool, guys. What do you think?
Freaking awesome,
That's
dude.
freaking awesome.
So awesome.
So good.
I can't wait
How
to see
awesome
like
is it to see your I was gonna say, how awesome is it to see your character come to life?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Great design, Chase.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
very, very specific. Very spell. This is cool. Trevor's like, what about a autographed certificate of authenticity?
Mm-hmm.
That is a really cool idea. We might have to do that. That's
Yes,
really
sir.
cool. So awesome, Anthony. If you see this, if you're watching, thank you, dude. It was so awesome. He was just so cool about it. Wouldn't take money, nothing. You know what I mean? He just wanted to participate in it. He was just so excited about the kid being creative and getting involved in it. So it's awesome, man. Just makes me happy. I think it's so awesome. So I can't wait to see sort of where it goes from here. I've already got some ideas. I'm thinking maybe we'd take like the Arazak roads or something like that. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes here. But I got some ideas to help him bring his character to life.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So that's our giveaway. Yes, please do. Don't forget, we're not going to have any light goal or anything like that for the award show. We're just hanging out, talking about some awards, give away some cool 3D parts with a cool backstory behind it. And, but please do hit the like button on the video if you can. Please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, we were able to help the Purple Gang hit their 1,000 mark. Just was that last week? Man, it seems like it was like a month ago. Last week seems like it was a month ago. So that was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to hitting 1,000 later this year too. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of stuff going on. I mean, we need to get into the awards pretty soon because we got a lot to get to. But I know the book is now going up for pre-order. The Mythic Legions book, starting on Monday. I've been excited about that for a long time. I love hardcover books like that. I have the Pixel Dan Masters of the Universe book, and that's super dope, super cool. I love having stuff like that around. And the fact that we have friends that worked on this thing, Trevor in particular in the chat right now, worked really, really hard and is potentially still working very hard on it. So super cool. I cannot wait to see that finished product. What do you guys think about the book?
Go ahead, Eric.
It's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait. I'm a huge coffee table book nerd, so I love coffee table style books, and have tons of them of all kinds of different genres and stuff like that relate to either toys or pop culture type things, movies or whatnot. So something like this is just amazing, especially being around as long as most of us have, throughout the kind of Legions and Cosmic and the whole nine. And it's really cool to see this book come to life, and to be able to turn each of these pages and kind of look through the history of this toy line, and just, like I said, look back on all of it, and just, I don't know, it's just going to be great, man. I can't believe it's something that's finally happened. It's really cool.
And I can't do anything but echo what he just said.
So yeah, Trevor says he's working on it at this moment. We get a $9.99 super chat from the man we were talking about just a moment ago, Rob Zamora. What's Rob got to say? Rob says, I'm so grateful for all you keeping the streams going. It helps keep me from stressing out, even if it's just for 1 hour. Thank you guys for reaching out and checking in. Means a lot. Much love. Same to you, Rob, man. Rob's a really great dude. Got to meet him briefly at Legions Con this year, and just know, man, we're all thinking about you. So to the extent you can keep us updated, please do that, man. We're absolutely pulling for you. Yep. Brian Carr's in the house. Brian says, hope all stay safe near you. Rob Zamora. So let's go with giveaway. So the giveaway. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Don't do it yet. I have to set up the giveaway page before you put it in. So no hashtags yet. Bear with me just a second. There we go. Now. There you go. Hashtag Carter for the giveaway here. Let's change this to... Yeah, how about that? There we go. Banner. Now, there we go. Hashtag Carter to win your very own 3D printed head of Chase's original Carter character and a staff to go with it. And we'll even put together a little certificate of authenticity for that for you. Very excited. Cool thing. Did want to say, last week, Brendan Higgins, a name you may have recognized from some of the Legion's chats and things like that, he won this science officer. However, he doesn't have it yet. The reason why, turns out, Brendan lives in New Jersey, and we are going to grab lunch next week, and that's where we're going to do the transfer of the science officer.
Very cool.
Oh,
How cool is that?
That's cool, man.
So, all right. Hashtag Carter. We'll do that closer to the end of the show, but I think it's about time we sort of get things rolling here. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Not that there's a problem with that.
Not at all.
But I think it's time. Hold on a second.
Boom, enabled.
It's time for the SDL Awards, the 2024 awards. It's the awards, the SDL Awards. We just made this shit up, but it's still kind of fun. Are you guys excited?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. That should definitely be a video for next year.
Uh-oh.
You got to sing it.
Well, as I was putting on, I was like, we should have made some kind of crazy little theme song. But yeah, that's right, Dylan. That was you. All right, so we've got a bunch of categories going on here. You'll see figure related, some not so much figure related. But we'll just get going here. So the only thing I don't know, Ryan. So here, as we sort of hit each category, I've got mine and late nights lined up, Ryan. And then are you able to kind of dip in and out with yours? Because they might not be in quite the same order. Probably not.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Cool. All right. So first up on the 2024 SDL Awards Show, the third annual, the first category coming in hot, SDL Customs of the Year. A near and dear category to all of our hearts, especially since we have one of the best customizers in the entire goddamn community with us today, Eric LeBron. And first up, Eric's favorite custom of 2024 is
Yes, sir.
custom, Paul Stewart, right?
Yeah, Paul Stewart's Collie custom. Man.
Woo.
Wow. Just wow, man. Like I said, I mean, I just blown away because I'm such a super huge fan as a kid of the Sinbad the Sailor movies. And this
Is that me or is that him? Okay.
This is probably one of the most iconic characters from any of those films. It's just this 6-arm freaking collie character that comes to life to do battle with Sinbad and his guys. And man, Paul just killed it. And it's one of those things where it's such a great custom because you don't realize at any point that this is a Mythic Legions figure in any way, shape, or form. It looks nothing like, anything you would get out of package. And the way he's just transformed it into this beautiful piece of artwork, it's just amazing. I love it.
Yeah, this is fantastic, top to bottom. Holy shit.
In general, how about that Paul Stewart table from Legions Con anyway? And it's kind of interesting that you have this sort of like motif of a custom, and he's also uses some really bright colors. He's got a lot of range with the things he does.
Yeah, amazing artist, and super stoked to have him as part of the customizing community, man. Just an inspiration all around. So cool.
The only problem is Paul doesn't sell a whole lot of customs, does he?
No, he does not. Damn him. Because this, I would have went home from Legion's Con with this in hand if he had.
Yep. So Eric Miller says his Metropolis tribute is probably my favorite custom of the year.
Yep.
I know Trevor was also a big fan of that custom.
Yep. He wanted it. He wanted it bad, just as bad as I wanted this Collie custom.
You got a $4.99 super chat.
Oh, sorry. Curtis Ackerman, you can call it what you want, but we know it's really the Hedgies.
Mm-hmm.
Some may call it the Hedgies, but it's also the SDL Awards. I really got to stop that, man. Yeah, awesome pick here. Awesome custom. Really, we throw this around a lot, but definitely looks like it's just a piece of art,
It is. It's truly a piece of art. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So, continuing on down the category, up next, my pick for Fave Custom. I may have cheated a couple of times just because, like, if nothing else, sort of the way I look at the awards is sort of the way I look at a lot of videos, and that's just an excuse to sort of talk about cool stuff, right? So, for me, my favorite customs of the year, I got two to start with. One of them, Paul Stewart. Who knew? It's Faker Custom. I don't even know if his Faker Custom was new this year. I just know that I saw it for the first time on his table at Legion's Con, and it absolutely was burned into my memory. These beautiful, bright, gorgeous colors, orange and bright orange and bright blue together are incredible. I absolutely asked him if he would sell it, and he said no. So I was very disappointed. So I'm going to have to continue admiring it from afar. But man, that Faker is gorgeous.
Beautiful colors on that.
Yeah.
And right up my alley as far as the things that I would want from a custom. Beautiful, gorgeous colors, nostalgic vibes. What's up, Rhino? You're going to say something?
No, you're good to go.
And another custom, and as soon as I thought about customs for the year, there was a couple that sprang right to mind. One of them was Paul's Faker custom. The other one was Late Night LeBron's Not Mr. Freeze on the right here. And Eric, I know this was sort of like a surprise to you because number one, you didn't mean for this to be Mr. Freeze.
Absolutely not.
Number two, I don't know that this is one of the ones that would have stood out in your mind that people are going to freaking love this.
No, not really. I don't. I guess it's your own doing as far as any artist is concerned. But I don't really look at any of my work as a standout piece. You know what I mean? I just do it all as a collective, display or just I don't know. I just hope that people like it when I put it on the table. That's all there is to it. It's not. I don't ever come to the show and go, "Wow, this is going to be the one that blows everybody away," or the one that everybody's going to want. It just, like I said, collectively as a whole, I just hope that my biggest hopes are that people will just enjoy it. That's it.
Are you listening to this bullshit, Ryan? Listen to this guy.
Yeah,
it's fine. Whatever. I don't really think about it.
No,
yeah,
dude.
well, it's fine. I barely even tried.
And it was one of the first ones to go.
Yeah, it was.
Nate Strong ended up with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nate. Thanks a lot, Nate.
Beautiful shot with it.
Oh, you know what? Kirby makes a really good point here. Is it Faker or is it Duplicat?
Hmm.
Well, it's probably Faker. Joe Amato would deserve a royalty if it was Duplicat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these two 100% completely stood out in my mind. Loved both of them. Totally incredible. If Nate had not grabbed the Not Mr. Freeze, I would have certainly investigated that.
Yeah.
Now, I do have one more. Sorry, last one for this category. And I won't do this for every category. But I had to shout out Nate Armstrong's freaking Moby Dick display at Legion's Con, because what the actual hell?
Yeah.
So Nate Armstrong, who is one of the most out-of-the-box customizers you will meet, took a freaking troll and made it into a giant whale character. These are I was asking him about the hands are like, what did he call them? Sculpted beads, something like that. Original pieces, 3D whale head, troll body. And then he made an entire crew, right? The ship, a water display. He had a copy of Moby Dick open as part of the display and had the audiobook playing at Legion's Con.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful display, man. Such great storytelling in that. So amazing. Yeah, he goes way out of bounds when it comes to customizing. It just so out of the box, man. So cool.
And with Nate, you could kind of yeah, Curtis is right. Nate's brain just works differently.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And on any given year, I feel like with Nate, you could sort of like pick and choose what he was doing. Like this year was the same year he did those turtle customs, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle customs.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year was Scooby-Doo, wasn't it? Last year was Robin Hood. This year was Scooby-Doo. He also did the whole Winnie the Pooh crew.
Mm-hmm.
Completely insane.
Yeah, this was amazing, man.
Did I have another picture here? Yeah, so I just another picture here where you can kind of see the side of the yeah. So you heard the audiobook on loop. Can you recite the entirety of Moby Dick now?
Mm-hmm.
And there's Nate in the background. You can kind of see a little bit of Nate. A little bit of Nate. All right, so that's a favorite custom. Listen,
amazing picks, man.
Yeah, there's
And
probably
thank you for the nod, man. I appreciate that. I really do.
You got it, man. You want to jump in here, Ryan?
Yes. So I also have two, and I cheated,
Nice.
which is okay.
Cheating is fun.
So I am a DC fanboy, and when he posted, dude, the Parademon, it is spot on. I love everything about that. The colors,
So cool.
fucking nailed it.
That's insane.
Yeah, so wicked,
Yeah.
man. So good.
You know what? There's also Curtis actually had another. I don't mean to step on your dick over here, but Curtis actually had another one. I almost put on my. Actually, you know what? Do yours first, just in case. But Curtis had another one that I thought was amazing.
And then my next one is familiar. This guy, he's really humble, but he's a great customizer. Boom, not Mr. Freeze. There it is.
Jeez Louise, man.
Dude, I love it. I know it's not Mr. Freeze, but the DC fanboy in me was like, oh, this is just fucking beautiful, man. The blue.
The best part is you and I were both like, oh, it's Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I just, like I said, I never would have expected that custom to get that kind of reaction. I really didn't, man. I really didn't. But thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Dude, your work speaks for itself, dude. It's incredible.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I'm never gonna be able to find this, so I'm trying to find one or two more things that I thought it would be cool to. I found one of them. The other one I have a picture of actually. Here, 1 second. Here, I'm gonna give me a second here. Stay with me. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
To tell you the truth, out of some of those customs that I brought to Legion's Con this year, one of my personal favorites was the which I was one of those ones that, like, once you finish and you take a step back and you go, okay, yeah, like that came out exactly how I pictured it and how I wanted it to look, and was the that space rabbit that I did. I don't know.
That was
the
Trevor got
rabbit.
that one.
Yeah, Trevor freaking yanked that one. I mean, minutes after we got started, and I was not gonna lie, I was sad to see that one go, because that turned out very, very good for, I mean, like I said, for my own personal taste and how I picture something coming out, and it turns out exactly the way I wanted it to. So yeah, I was really stoked about that one.
Cool. All right. All right, two things I wanted to bring up real quick since we're talking about customs. Before we leave this category, two things. Hold on, there's a better way for me to do this. And boom. All right, one sec. We're there. So I also wanted to shout out something else that was at Legion's Con. Saw it before Legion's Con too, I think. Boom. This monstrosity that Curtis put together was freaking awesome.
Crap.
How badass is this?
Insane, man. Insane.
Just I love the idea of like thinking like on such a grand scale. Like, okay, we're not even just making one character here. We are going to put together a whole. We're going to have a beast and some dudes riding on it and put together this whole thing and tell this whole story. That was really badass.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see the stuff that people put together, and it all comes together at Legion's Con. Just getting to go through it, dude. Some of these guys, it's incredible.
And then, real quick, not from last year, but this is cool. Hold on. Curtis says, only things not Legions were the 3 heads and the twine. So everything else you see here are all Legion's parts. Look at that. You can see like the flags, the staffs. That's crazy.
Wicked cool, man.
Legs.
Yeah.
Wicked smart. And then real quick, this is not from last year. It's new this week. But since we're talking about customizing and we're talking about Nate Armstrong, how can we not talk about this real quick? What the hell is going on? Did you see this?
Dude, that is just stuff of nightmares right there.
Disturbing, man.
That's
absolutely disturbing.
Incredible.
It's so cool.
Look at this. So a horse body, the Cyclops ice troll head. We got a bunch of are those actually horse legs put together to make the arm?
They are.
Jesus Christ. Terrifying. Oh wait, here we go. Nate, what's going on in that head of yours, man? All right.
Wild.
Moving right along. Our next category. I kind of don't remember what it is. Hold on a second. So I can introduce it. Oh, wait. I forgot I did this. Switching gears a little bit from figures. Now we're going to go TV shows of the year. TV shows of the year. So definitely different. I don't watch TV now like I used to even 5-6 years ago, right? Most of my TV viewing is typically like, frankly, it's YouTube, to be honest with you. Not a whole lot of TV shows. Did not watch a whole lot of TV shows, period, this year. There was one that I liked a lot. Let's see which one Late Night liked the best. Late Night's 2024 television show of the year is The Penguin.
Yeah, man. Penguin season 2, just absolutely amazing writing, acting, the whole nine, man. I just loved every minute of it. It's just such a great show. So much better than I ever imagined a side story of the Penguin could ever be written or portrayed. So cool.
So I only watched the first episode so far. I thought it was really cool. It is a pretty intense, like gritty, crime drama type deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of can't wait to get to the rest of it. Have you tried this one out yet, RyGon?
Oh yeah, I binged it.
Okay.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Pretty cool. How would this rate for you, Late Night, as far as TV shows last 5-10 years? One of the best, you'd say?
Easily one of the best, especially in like a comic book genre or themed kind of TV scripted writing and whatnot. I think it's just amazing. Very, very dark, and like I said, very, very well done.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah,
Colin Farrell, really great job as the Penguin.
absolutely amazing. Yeah,
and it's something that I might have been like skeptical a little bit about, like only with the idea that like, all right, I'm like, all right, if you're gonna do a Batman show, we're gonna do a Penguin show, do the Penguin. This is very much a like, we're gonna take the Penguin character and turn him into like a real life crime boss type character, make him interesting, give him like a well-rounded personality. Very cool.
Yeah, amazing.
Brian Carr says Penguin was amazing. So glad Colin Farrell won the Golden Globe. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Curtis says, yep, Penguin was amazing. All right. So next up is my pick for TV show of the year. What's up, Caleb? What's going on, man? Caleb was another winner on our show last week. Won a Skeleton Legion builder courtesy of Purple Gang Gang.
Nice.
When I was thinking about this category, I was like, did I even watch a show this year? You know, because like the last couple of years, I've gotten down to like maybe trying out like the Star Wars shows. Like I haven't even been watching like the Marvel shows. Like if I'm watching like the show that I would watch, like we watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune almost every night. And then like I watch like Chopped on the Food Network. And that's kind of it. You know what I mean? Like, and Chopped is just reruns anyway. So, but there was one show that I watched that maybe because I had expectations that were not the highest, that I ended up really, really liking a lot and ended up having an episode that is one of my favorite episodes of TV ever. And I never saw this coming. My favorite TV show of 2024 was Agatha All Along. I did not expect to, like, when I even heard they were making an Agatha show, I was like, is there a show there? Like, I don't know that there is. I liked WandaVision a lot. I didn't like the ending. I thought it got messed up by the pandemic. I thought they had a cool idea there, though, the way they were telling the story, and it didn't quite hit in the end. I still liked it. But Agatha All Along, from the beginning, like, I don't want to spoil anything, but like there's some like Wanda vibes in the beginning. It's very cool. And the third to last episode, which it's like the fortune teller episode. I don't know the correct name. Is it Maria Temp? I don't remember. Trevor, I don't remember what her name is. He'll remember. But the episode with the fortune teller, what a cool episode of TV, man. And again, like that was the best episode of the season. The end was still pretty cool. If you skipped Agatha All Along because you're like, I'm out on the Marvel shows, I'm done, I think this might be worth going back and giving a watch. I really liked it a lot.
I never finished it. You're like halfway through it.
Yeah. The only other Disney Plus show that I think I watched this year was Acolyte, and we're not going to talk about that.
Thank you.
I had high hopes for Acolyte. I was defending it for a long time. And then it fell apart too. So that's it. I liked Agatha all along. Thought it was cool. My TV show of the year. But it's not all about me. Because Ryan Gonzalez. Son of a bitch. Wait, you know what, Ryan? You give your pick. Somebody just reminded me of something else that deserves to be mentioned. You go for it, Ryan. Ryan Gonzalez. What's your favorite TV show of the year, man?
So I had an honorable mention. I don't know if many people have seen it. It is SEAL Team.
Oh, cool.
It's on Paramount Plus. I like it. It has a lot of action in it, but it has a lot of heart too. Like it shows you what these war fighters go through, like PTSD, the traumatic brain injury and stuff like that, and how they get treated when they come home. It's a good watch. If anybody has the time, they should check it out. But my favorite show is The Penguin. I'm right there with you, Eric. Plus, I love the I don't know the actor's name, but the lady who played Sophia. I think she Colin Farrell was great, but I thought that she was fantastic.
Yeah.
And you didn't know that she wasn't the hangman, that it was the fucking, obviously you knew it was the dad, but this was such a great show.
Absolutely.
And go ahead, John. You're good to go.
Yeah, no, I was reading through some of the comments here.
Oh, okay.
Allison Troy says, I liked The Acolyte. I just don't talk about it because people melt down about how much they didn't like it. Here's my view on I mean, we had a couple of shows on The Acolyte earlier. I liked Acolyte. I was into it, probably about 2/3 into it. And then it sort of fell apart for me for the last couple of episodes. Also, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a carryover from Squid Game, but I didn't really like the guy who played Soul. He's a hate the face guy for me. I don't know what it is. The one thing I was actually looking for, boom, X-Men 97. X-Men 97 absolutely, for me, deserves a mention. That is another show that I did watch. Was Disney Plus. I loved X-Men 97, guys. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I gotta rewatch it because I don't think I finished it.
I'm looking at you, Ryan. I'm waiting for you. Oh, you didn't watch it. All right. I wasn't sure if you were saying you didn't watch it or like you saw it and you thought it sucked.
No, chances are I would have loved it. I had canceled my subscription at that point. The prices are out of control.
Seriously.
You got to get one of those things where you like where you get the deal where you get like a couple things all at once. I'm thinking right now, I don't think like you can bundle it, right? It can bundle with ESPN, Hulu if you want. I don't think it's one of those ones. Sometimes you can get it with your phone. Like I have Max and Netflix now free through Verizon. So, and even if you have it already, like you can get it, like depending on what deal you get, you can get it free through your phone. So here's the thing. I hate streaming services. I think the whole system is stupid. It's dumb. We had a system that worked. And I think we're still headed towards there's going to be some service that curates all the other services so you can pay one company and get all the services you want. And it's going to be basically like cable, except it's going to be 5 years from now. That's what I think is going to happen.
So, Dub is right. Shogun was a straight one.
Yeah, Shogun was amazing. Amazing.
A lot of people are shouting out Arcane. Have you guys watched Arcane?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
What's that on?
Definitely. I think it's on
Netflix?
Max. Is it Max or Netflix?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, an amazing show. You guys have to watch it. Arcane is just simply fantastic. So
do I need to know anything beforehand? Like, do I need to? Is it like based on anything?
I believe it's based on some kind of video game, which I don't think you have to know anything about. It's just the story is just wonderfully written. It's so cool.
Is that League of Legends? Is that
yes? I believe it is. Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Which I'm not a gamer, so I don't really have any, like I said, any stake in the game to talk about it. But I believe, that it's League of Legends. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So good though, man. So freaking good. I love shows like that, like I said, are video game based, that you, even if you've never played one moment of the game or you're not a gamer at all, so you have no clue, that the writing and the stories are so good that it just draws you in from beginning to end. It's just very, very well done. Arcane's an amazing show.
I don't remember. Did you guys watch Last of Us?
Oh man, that was really good too. Really good.
I got through the first few episodes, and it was another one of those ones. Excellent show, very well done. And it was just, I just wasn't in the mood for like just dark, sad. You know what I mean? That kind of show, and it was very dark and sad. So I was like, you know what? I might come back to it because it looks like it's very well done. It just wasn't for me at the time.
Yeah, it's very, very, very well done.
All right. Next award, we're gonna keep this rolling. SDL Surprise of the Year. So Ryan, do you have one for this category? Some of the categories I don't know if we totally settled on. All right, good, excellent. So SDL surprise of the year, late night LeBron. Your favorite surprise of the year was this guy.
Yeah, man. Super, super cool, man. Love the nod to the old Fisher Price toy line, which, like I said, a lot of people our age have very, very close ties to. And I mean, like I said, all together, as far as a figure is concerned, just an amazing drop and just such a cool thing to pick up and have fun with and just enjoy. It's just, like I said, just an all around amazing drop. Very cool surprise drop for the year.
Boom. So let me big in myself here. There's my guy. That's how I have him right now.
Nice.
Not something when they first announced him as part of a retailer wave that I was like, that I totally freaked out about. Because I love the Tusk bodies. I love the Tusk Cosmics here. I'll just put you up too. Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Super dope, dude.
But like it was cool. Like we had gotten a few Tusk bodies before, but then even the fact that he comes with a ridiculous, just dumb loadout of a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although no pauldrons. What's up with that? I would like to have gotten some pauldrons in like the blue or even a shiny black or something. But we just got Sligor last year, so we had just gotten a figure with a great loadout. But then once you get him in hand, I didn't realize how cool the paint job was, right? I did not realize how cool he would look. So very cool. And now I need to go find the Fisher Price figure. All right. So that's Late Night's favorite surprise of the year. I have a surprise of the year as well, and mine is the Ninian Infantry Soldier. This is as much for just the idea of it as anything. So for the second year in a row at Legion's Con, Four Horsemen Studios have a surprise figure nobody knew about that they drop that you can buy in stock on that day. And I just think that the whole idea of, you know, we've had G-Con for a number of years where the Four Horsemen announce the big giant new wave of figures that, you know, it's, you know, some new faction or some new, whatever it is, right? This big new wave of figures. There's some new stuff about it, but we're not going to get those figures for 2 years. And we know that. But the idea that they might do that now, but you might get a taste of it that day or that weekend, to me is the coolest thing. I hope they keep doing it. And again, just the way they did it this year, I did not realize during G-Con when they were showing some of the photos that this guy was in the background of one of the photos. Some people saw that. But then when we went out into the hallway and they had the big diorama and this guy was just in like a little alcove of the diorama, and then people were like, hey, did you see this? Did you see this? Look, 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 look. And people are talking and people are buzzing, and it's so freaking cool. On top of the fact that the figure itself, I love how gaudy and crazy he is. He's a snake man, bright colors, gold, just super cool. I just love fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I was waiting on Eric.
Oh, definitely a cool surprise for a lot of people at Legion's Con. I was super stoked to see how pumped people were for this figure. Like I said, it's really cool to have these surprise drops, especially right off the tail of G-Con, and it's just, like I said, it's an amazing new piece for people to play with, and you know, new sculpt and the whole nine, man. It's just very, very well done, very cool, nice pick, man.
And that open mouth sculpt is gorgeous. Love all the detail in that. Holy shit!
Yeah, the sculpt work is fantastic.
Only so this is literally, I think it was Dylan that actually called me over and pointed it out to me, so you can see sort of Dylan's reflection there as I'm taking the picture of the Ninian Infantry Soldier in there. Only problem is the snake heads are a little too realistic. Victoria's not a fan of snakes. These guys have to stay in the basement. Can I tell you?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So that's it. That's my favorite surprise of the year. RyGon?
I feel like we're just going to fly through this one. Mine was also that. So there it is. We already talked about it. And that's my surprise of the year.
Nice photo, man. Oh, this guy deserves a mention. I mean, one whole category of figures that fits into this section are the Figura Obscuras. Frankenstein was awesome. Frankenstein, awesome release. Very, very cool.
Great accessories too.
Yep.
All right, next up we've got SDL non-figure item of the year. So it's a category of your favorite thing. It just, the only rule is it just couldn't be a figure. So it could be anything else. It could be anything to do with the hobby, customizing, vehicle, like something else, not a figure. And for 2024, Late Night's favorite non-figure item of the year is this guy.
Yeah.
A new photo booth, baby.
Yeah. Thanks to the inspiration of Curtis Ackerman and all his updates of his new customizing studio. This was definitely on my buy list and my watch list, and finally picked one up. So yeah, adding the new spray booth to the customizing studio at the Late Night LeBron house. So definitely my favorite non-figure item for 2024 for sure.
Yeah. I said photo booth. That's incorrect. So can you just explain a little bit? You can see the vacuum hose and everything there. So what are we looking at here, and sort of how does it work?
Yeah, it's a spray booth for doing airbrushing. It's all self-contained. It's got a filtration system, LED lights, the whole nine, and the filter sucks in all the spray, excess spray that goes out of your gun and into the booth, and then it blows out fresh air out of the top end of there. So it's all, like I said, a full self-contained unit, very, very manageable and very, very workable to do all kinds of cool stuff, man. So can't wait to really start getting into the whole airbrushing thing. So it's gonna be a whole new amazing journey. And
have you gotten a chance
thanks
to
to
use it?
Not yet. Yeah, I haven't really started any new projects this year yet.
Oh, okay.
I've put together a couple of concepts that I'm working on right now, but haven't started any new projects. I usually take off, like I said, the first couple of months of the year just to kind of refresh and kind of get my shit together again before I start anything. But yeah, nice. Shout out to Curtis, man. Big ups on you on the inspiration for this. So
that thing looks badass, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I can't wait. Super stoked to finally get one and really have it ready for me to go and all set up.
So Jesse's got his pick, favorite non-figure item, dude wipes. So there you go. It's good shit.
Nice.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Caleb says my favorite non-figure item of the year has to be the Theory Sabers Ni3 Profi NeoPixel lightsaber. Lightsabers are a deep, dark rabbit hole I can't fall down. I have never actually purchased a lightsaber. I see them sometimes at like toy conventions and things like that. I don't know anything about them. So this sounds really cool, but I don't know anything about it.
I'm wondering if that's one of the ones where you can get like you can actually have like lightsaber battles and it's built for that.
Like it's an actual real lightsaber.
Yeah, like you can basically beat the shit out of somebody with it and it won't break.
I mean, that does sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
We only have the plastic toy ones in this house. What's up, Oz? What's going on, man? Oz? I was checking out Oz and the crew on Offworld last night, as they were talking about a bunch of cool stuff. I had actually hoped to join everybody on Offworld last night, but I could not make it for various reasons. But Ryan, are you familiar with the whole Chugga-gate?
I am, and I agree with Chugga-gate? It's 4. Yeah. It's 4 Chuggas.
So for anybody that hasn't not too familiar with what we're talking about here, I have no idea where it came from to begin with. But on the Legend Daddies group, Curtis posed the question, how many Chuggas is it? So when I'm saying chugga, it's, chugga, 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 choo choo, that whole thing. How many chuggas is it supposed to be? Right? So, there was a poll and everything. The people have spoken. They voted for 4. Yes. The reason why I sort of looked up in the air is because, to me, number one, I was counting like there's no such thing as one chugga by itself, right? To me, that's the most important thing.
Yes.
To me, it's 6. It's chugga, 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 choo choo. The most popular answer was 4, what you said, which is chugga, 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 choo choo. A little too short for me. Jeremy DeWitt and I had some good conversations about that. They both sound good to me. The most important thing, though, to me, is that no chugga should ever stand alone. It has to be an even number.
Has to be.
Where do you fall on that very intense debate, Eric?
Well, I'm sorry, I missed it. I had to step away for a second. What was it?
How many chuggas before the choo choo?
2.
2?
I don't know. Chugga chugga choo choo.
Oh,
2 for me, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know.
4.
Yeah,
2?
Chugga 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 choo choo. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what Victoria said. Victoria said 2. To me, it's 6.
Mine is 2. Yeah.
The most popular answer is 4.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no.
Didn't realize this was a debatable thing.
Not only was it debatable, there was a poll. Me and Jeremy DeWitt posted multiple videos counting it out in 4/4 time. Exactly. We're taking the tough questions here.
Yeah.
6 is what sounds right to me. 6 is what sounds right. But in the end, Jeremy and I sort of landed in a similar space because we're using the same 4/4, right? It's just how long the choo-choo is. But it's not an odd number. Like, it's not, there's no chugga, 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 choo-choo.
Mm-mm.
No. All right. Glad we took care of that. All right, so back to the awards, favorite non-figure item of the year. For me, my favorite non-item. Come here. Is this an SDL first?
Yes.
I believe so.
First time.
Everyone, say hello to Saquon, Alfredo, Boris, Barkley, Doneth. Anything you mean?
Super dope, man.
Yeah.
Awesome
Good on,
pickup.
bud.
Awesome
going on?
pickup.
Number 1 pickup of the year right here.
Absolutely.
What's going on? So Victoria wanted a cat. So we got a cat, but that means the whole family has a cat. And I am very excited. So happy to have my little buddy here. What are you doing here? He just never wants to be alone, which is cool. Here you go. Yeah. That wasn't even my pick. But yeah, that's my little man. Saquon, Alfredo, Boris, Barkley, Doneth, a.k.a. Jingly. My actual pick for non-figure item is the purple computer diorama piece from Lone Wolf Labs. Again, Kevin, Lone Wolf Labs is my go-to for diorama pieces here in New Jersey. He's got a presence at Legions Con, Toy Con all the time. I remember him, Ryan, you remember this, right? Him putting this up, advertising it earlier in the year, and I really wanted to get this piece. Finally ended up grabbing it at Toy Con, New Jersey in September. I freaking love it. It's gorgeous. Not only does it go with Canox Vol, it goes with anything sci-fi, and it's purple. So how could you get any better?
Speaking of.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man? I didn't know you were here.
Nice.
I freaking love that piece. You'll see
Amazing
a lot of
piece.
in the videos, my reviews and countdowns and stuff. You'll see Kevin's pieces in the background all the time. My go-to for Dio pieces, Lone Wolf Labs.
And
baby.
His pricing is amazing. Chef's kiss.
Awesome, incredible,
so affordable.
Yeah,
very cool.
Keeps you coming back, baby. Which brings us to Ryan Gonzalez and his favorite non-figure item of the year.
And here it is. Boom.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
The
dude.
Yeah.
Man, when they brought this to Legion's Con 23 and I couldn't take it home, I was so butthurt. But Jamie and Paul were like, well, we're going to hold on to it.
Sounds like a
It's
personal
here
problem.
when you want it. Yeah. And then this year, as they were tearing down, I was like, all right, I got to have it. And dreams do come true.
Absolutely. What an amazing
Not only was
piece,
it the
bro.
Yeah, not only was it the airship, she gave me all the figures with it too. So
That's awesome.
That's
which is
incredible.
nice. Yeah.
I remember seeing it last year too when they were at Legion's Con, when they were in that, like, the other room that was the Four Horsemen store this year, and I was like, that thing is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. What an amazing piece.
Hey, Steph.
Yeah, I just trying to make space for somewhere to put it.
Yeah.
Steph, had you want to be mailing about my Dio-Win from the last show? Need help with shipping? No, that shouldn't be a problem. I think Alex was going to send it direct, but I'll follow up as soon as the show is over to make sure you get that, Steph. 100%. Don't even worry about it. I will follow up for you. But I think that's coming direct. But yeah, that airship was awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing it last year and being like, that thing is freaking cool as hell.
Yeah, it was. I'm so happy it came home with me. I was actually worried that somebody was going to buy it before I got the chance to.
You got a really good price on it too.
Yeah.
All right. Switching gears a little bit, SDL Movies of the Year. So I'm a huge movie fan. Going to the movies is one of my favorite activities, period. And even though maybe movies aren't as popular as they once were because of great TVs and access to all this stuff earlier than you would ever have it before, to me, movies are so important right now. It's one of the few times you can go and do an activity, and it's generally accepted that you're supposed to put your fucking phone in your pocket and just experience this one thing for 2 hours. So that's one of the reasons why I love the movies so much. I don't get to go as much as I would love to, but I love it every time I do. That's right, Mew. And first up, we've got Late Night's Movie of the Year, which is Alien Romulus.
Yeah. Such a super huge fan of the Aliens freaking genre of movies, and the way they wrote this one to tie in with the original film was just so well done, and I was so happy to see this film turn out the way it did. Amazing film, man. I just loved it. I love the Alien films, and this one, just like I said, it hit on all levels. So good.
I've not seen it yet. I've got to say, I could probably watch it tonight if I wanted to. I'm sure it's available.
It is.
Yeah, I believe you could stream it now. Yeah. Yeah, definitely worth the watch, man.
It's a good one.
I see a lot of people shouting out Furiosa, Mad Max Furiosa, which I have not seen that yet either. So I do want to check that out. Cool. Alien Romulus. Here's mine. I'm very excited about this one. So my pick, movie of the year, Transformers 1, baby.
Yeah.
So Jordan had shouted that out earlier too. Besides the fact that I absolutely loved it, one of the things that I really loved about it was that it kind of caught me by surprise. So when I first saw a trailer for it, when I heard like the concept behind it, like the first reaction is, that's a terrible idea for a movie. Like, what a horrible idea. Wait, Optimus Prime and Megatron were friends as kids? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, that's right. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb so much in front of you, Chase. Did you hear that? So Chase is across the basement just hanging out on the couch. And I apologized for cursing, and he's like, no, it's cool. But yeah, dude. So this is one of those things. Me and Chase went to go see it together. So number one, we're going to have a blast no matter what, even if the movie sucked. And the movie was really, really cool. And on top of that, Chase, of his own accord, decided to gather up a bunch of his Transformers, bring the Transformers to the movie, and then we're waiting for the movie to get started, and my little homie has them set up on his little table on his seat, taking pictures of his figures. And I was like,
yeah,
my son. My son.
Proud father moment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the movie was a blast.
Oh, the movie was amazing. Yeah, for sure.
I freaking loved it. Anybody that skipped it, I would highly encourage you to check out Transformers 1, man. I love it.
Absolutely.
Did you see it too, Ryan?
I did not watch it yet, but I will be watching it.
It's cool, man. I would definitely suggest it. Yeah, Jordan says, never been a huge Transformers fan, but appreciate the franchise and love Transformers 1. Allison says, Romulus, Deadpool and Wolverine, Beetlejuice, Nosferatu, and In a Violent Nature. I didn't see the last one.
I haven't seen
Nosferatu either, actually, yet, but I want to.
Oh, that's an amazing movie.
I really want to see that a lot.
Oh, super, super good.
So we did. I went to the movies to see Deadpool and Wolverine. Then we watched Deadpool and Wolverine together over the holidays, which is funny. I wasn't sure if we were going to watch that together or not. A little crazy. Deadpool and Wolverine is cool, but to me, it was kind of like an amusement park ride. Like, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I don't know how much the rewatch value is there. Like, it's cool, but again, it's kind of like a roller coaster. It's fun ride, but I like for me, Transformers 1 gets the nod. We got Jesse checking in saying Wild Robot, another one that I haven't seen that Chase says we need to see. Dune
definitely
2.
definitely a good movie. Wild Robot, man.
Oh,
definitely check it out with Chase. Yeah, I went to go see it with my son. It's amazing.
Oh, cool. I gotta check it out. Dune 2, I had tickets for and didn't go see. I'm mad at myself. And then Jesse, the rest of Jesse's top 4, Deadpool and Wolverine and Transformers 1. Dylan says Nosferatu, but number 1 was Godzilla versus Kong. I'm shocked. Dylan liked Godzilla versus Kong? A movie with Kong in it? Dylan liked it?
Never know.
PB is in the house. What's up, Patrick? What's going on?
What's up, Patrick?
I thought there was another one here. Trevor says Dune 2 was the best. I gotta see it. Rob says, am I doing this wrong? Hold on. There's a movie on Apple TV you can rent called Flow. You gotta see it. Okay.
Dude,
Flow.
This right here. Saw it in theaters 13 times.
I love you,
Godzilla,
Dylan. I just like. Hold on a second.
Boom, enabled.
13 times.
Jeez Louise.
It's how to be young again.
I know, right?
I would go see any movie 13 times if I thought I could. Good for you, Dylan. Holy crap. And I like those movies. I like that whole series, the Godzilla, Kong, Monarch, that whole thing. Now, different, completely separate than my number 1 movie last year, which was Godzilla -1, which is in and of itself, I think, a legit, really good movie.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, so that's me. Transformers 1. Late night had Romulus. What do you got, Ryan?
So I didn't do a slide for this. I forgot about it. It would be Nosferatu because that is the most recent one I've seen, and it was spectacular.
Yep.
A little bit of I felt like it was a little bit of a slow burn, but it's worth it. And I completely forgot that was Bill Skarsgård that plays Nosferatu. Dude, he was excellent. So fucking creepy. It was spectacular.
Yeah. Such a good film, man. So good for the long wait for a truly good Dracula style movie, man. It's just so good.
I'm going to I gotta the thing is you gotta move quick these days. You know what I mean? Like if you don't see a movie in the first few weeks, you might miss it. So I've gotta just buy my ticket. I might buy a ticket and here's another thing. People don't realize this. The movies are better than they've ever been, right? You can buy assigned seating, right? You can drink in the movies if you want to. Like, this is like, I might check it out, plan it out, buy a seat for a week from now or a week and a half from now to see Nosferatu. Another cool thing, so I did not see it, but Victoria took my daughter and my niece and my mother-in-law to go see the Wicked movie. And my daughter loved it. She wants me to go, and I'm like, baby, I'll go with you. Of course I'll go. And they've been doing this thing where they have a sing-along version where like it's kind of like advertised that you come to this showing and it's totally okay and expected. If you want to sing along with the songs, it's okay, right? So it's just like the sing-along version people can sing during the theaters. And that's what she wanted to see with me. But those showings there's not that many left and they're difficult to get to. So check this out. So I found a showing for the sing-along Wicked, and it's at Kevin Smith's theater. So, or the theater that he's affiliated with in New Jersey, like Clerks, Mallrats, that Kevin Smith. He has like events there and stuff. So we're going to go. It's going to be the sing-along Wicked. He's going to be there hanging out. I would love to be there at night too, but we can't make the nighttime thing because at night, same day, same theater, they're doing a viewing of Mallrats, and he's going to be doing like all kinds of commentary about the filming of the movie and all this stuff. Like, oh man, super cool.
That should be cool.
Yeah.
Dylan says -1 and the Monsterverse are so different, and I love it. Kaiju fans are thriving. That's awesome, dude.
Heck yeah.
All right. Next up, what do we got? Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. SDL Photos of the Year 2024. Hell yeah, Bill. Mallrats is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
You said it was a good size. And I've never seen anything in those pictures for fans of Mallrats. I've never seen the boat, whatever the hell it's supposed to be. No idea. Saturday Day Live, Late Night LeBron's action figure photograph of the year is this guy again. Had to make an appearance.
Absolutely. Sorry, I had to be completely biased on this one. Anybody that can make one of my customs look this awesome in a photo deserves my nod. So yeah, big shout out to Corona 4, Mr. Nate Strong, freaking just an amazing photographer. And like I said, thank you so much for bringing this character to life and just shooting this amazing photo of it. It's just absolutely stunning. I love it.
So Ryan, you're an accomplished photographer yourself, my man. Can you give us some thoughts on what you're seeing here in Nate's photograph?
I cannot, dude. It's all I can do is just sit here and marvel at it. What he done.
You're muted, dude.
You're muted, bro.
No, you're not. We're not picking you up.
Well, I'll hop in real quick and I'll say one of the cool things about this photo to me are the subtleties, right? Like it's not like a huge action photo. There's not explosions going on. You know what I mean? Nate, I think a lot of times is able to capture like a moment and it looks like a moment of a life, you know? But you can sort of see look at the way his back foot is just slightly up on the toe where he's like walking, but he's kind of stopped. His head is kind of perched a little bit. He's like, did I just hear something? Like, you know what I mean? Like you can sort of like see what's going on here, but it's all very. And then the way he does like the blurred lights in the background and the way they match the figure so well, but he still is very, very like you can see everything perfectly on the figure, even though the colors match so good. Listen, I don't know anything about photography. I just think that that's really cool. Like if I tried to put a figure in front of lights that matched a figure that much, you'd probably lose it because I wouldn't know what I was doing. It's just very, very well done here, I think.
Yeah, like I said, just super pumped that, like I said, something that I, took a part in creating becomes something that, part of a creation of somebody else's, artwork, and just like I said, it just blows me away, man. I love it. I just love it. Great job, Nate, man.
Did you? So when you first saw this, have you had a chance to reach out to him or anything, or no?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just like I said, just super stoked and humbled that like I said, someone would take one of my custom pieces and use it as part of their, like I said, their artwork, especially in photography of this magnitude. Is just like I said, speechless, man. So good.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
You're a little low, but we hear you.
All right, cool.
All right, nice. Great pick. Definite skill here.
Thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, dude, it's just amazing. Love the way he lights his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. That was a chugga joke. It was a chugga joke for the chugga fans out there. All right, so next up, Hedgehog's favorite photos of the year. First up, so whereas with the not Mr. Freeze photo from Nate, very subtle, like cool things going on there. Now Trevor 1/6 shooter smashes you in the face with cosmic legions that are invading, taking over the spaceship. Like the action, you can feel it, you can hear the music rising. Like this is just one of those photos that just absolutely jumps off the page at you. And I just freaking loved it. I could not throw it up there. And it's like just in the same way where Nate's photos, you can feel like the weight of the moment and did I just hear something? In this one, you can feel the action. You can feel it. Like I feel like I'm in the movie when I see this photo, and it's just so cool. Like the more you look at it, there's detail everywhere, and the way the light's coming through, like just absolutely badass, dude.
Yeah, this photo has just got so much going on in it. The posing is just spot on. The running pose from heel to toe and with his arm out shooting that blaster. I mean, the lighting effect of the light piercing through the back end of whatever doorway that they're raiding. Man, it's just so well done on so many different levels. It's just like I said, this is what action figure photography is all about, man. It's just like I said, this is what everybody aspires to imagine and dream of when they think of a great shot for any type of action figure. So good, man. That's why Trevor's the best, man. That's why he's the best. So good.
I love the lighting. The lighting is perfect.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
The bright light from behind, but like everything is perfectly defined right here. Like even like like anybody that loves science fiction, Star Wars or whatever, like when characters are running around like a ship or whatever, and they're running like on those grates, and there's like light coming up from underneath.
The lighting through the grates, it's just it's amazing, dude.
Super dope.
Great behind the scenes too for this photo on his Instagram.
Nice. I love when you can see sort of like how like stuff like this comes together, and like they take stuff like in the real world and it looks like a movie scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't help myself. I had to go with the second one because earlier in the year in 2024, a photo came out, and I was like, I saw it and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that's going to be photo of the year right there. That's photo of the year. I absolutely love it. So it's tied for number one for me. Also 1/6 shooter, Trevor Williams, as a spirit bender with the undead Hagnons rising out of the graves. I love this shot so much. Just the spectral, eerie nature of it. You can sort of hear it's just freaking awesome. Like I love the ghostly, scary, cold night with these undead things arriving. Like I adore it. Makes me more excited for Ashes of Agbendor coming up, to be honest with you. I love this photo so much. I need it hanging on my wall.
So good, bro.
Yeah. That's it. Those are my photos of the year. And what do you got, RyGon?
Oh, I gotta bring this up again. Gotta find it. Okay, so I also had that shot.
See, we didn't know this. That's awesome, dude.
So that's one of my photos. I got two of them. This one's great. Love that. It feels like nobody is going to get out alive. That's whatever their target is, they're not going to make it.
Yeah.
And then the other shot is boom. Dub 3. Lacerda photo. I fucking love that skeleton coming out of the ground, the smoke, the way he lit it. Oh, it is
so cool.
Gorgeous.
So I saw, and he did like multiple shots of this. Cinematic is what I would call it. Like incredible.
He's doing some good stuff, man.
Dub's the man, baby.
It's awesome.
Action figure photography is one of my favorite things about this hobby, and I just like to sit there and like look at it and marvel at it. And I think it's awesome that the stuff that people can create. Dub in the house, my man, dude. Dub, you are kicking ass right now. This stuff's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go. Trevor says that's a sick, eerie comic worth shot. High freaking praise,
love to have
dude.
this on a print.
Yeah, it's got this shot totally gave me the old school creep show vibes.
100%.
Love it, dude. Love it.
So good.
Badass. One of my favorite categories. Oh my god, so cool. But now we're at the granddaddy of them all, guys. And that is the Saturday Day Live SDL action figures of the year. Dun, 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 dun. So we've done this different ways in the last couple of years. I checked and we sort of did it, different ways. This year we were like 5 figures across all lines, no rules, whatever you want to do. I did do a top 10 video that's up on my channel now. What I wanted to, I didn't want any crossover with that 10 and these 5. And sort of what I've said before is that if I made my top 10 list 10 times, it would be 10 different lists.
Yeah.
So that's what you're getting. You know what I mean? There's 10 on my video. I've got 5 on this list right here. And more than anything, there are 5 figures that I really just wanted to talk about because they're 5 of the best of the year. And I'm super pumped to talk about them. And we are going to start with one of mine because it's an honorable mention. Not technically on the list, but needed to be talked about. And that is the YOLO Park Megatron, the quote-unquote model kit. So most of you are probably familiar with these. There's been the Megatron. There's been several Optimus Primes so far. They did a Shanghai, China exclusive translucent Optimus Prime, which is impossible to get now. I really want. But basically, they come like almost like a Build-A-Figure. You pop them together. It's not a real model kit. This figure is awesome. Like, it's a non-transforming transformer. He looks cool, pops together real well, moves awesome. He's got articulated fingers. He's got purple translucent effects. He's freaking awesome. Yes. I thought I said this before. Rookie of the Year YouTuber has to be Art by Ackerman. 100%. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat, Curtis Ackerman. Check out Art by Ackerman, Art_by_Ackerman on YouTube. He puts out videos every 5 minutes. He's probably got 10,000 subscribers right now. But yeah, YOLO Park Megatron, fantastic figure. YOLO Park is doing great things with Transformers. And he, like, when I was putting my list together, he was on it, off it, on it, all over the place. Had to mention him somehow. YOLO Park Megatron.
Absolutely.
But
Now-
oh no, go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, being a model kit, is it like a model kit like you would think, or is it mostly put together and you just snap some stuff on there?
You don't snap, and like all you do is snap the pieces together. So when I say it's like snapping a Build-A-Figure together, that's what it's like.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not like a model kit.
Gotcha.
And I assumed that the reason why they did that was because it was unlicensed, but now I think it might be licensed. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. So yeah, Curtis says, you guys are so sweet. We love you, Curtis. You're absolutely rookie of the year. Love the YOLO Park series. Starscream is so dang good. I heard he was cool. Highly recommended. YOLO Park Megatron. But now on to the actual countdown. Top 5 late nights. Number 5 action figure of the year is
the Galactic Brawler Federation by Reynolds Cruz, man. For me, I just love this new line that he's brought to light and is offering at certain points in time and different shows that he's showing up at. And I don't know, just as in any action figure collective style, I mean, it's just one of those things that's just so much to love about these type of figures. They're small in nature, they're very, very easy to manage as far as shelf space, and I just think the designs are just amazing, and just like I said, completely out of the box designs, and just cool things that, just like I said, people think of like this that are just completely different. It doesn't have to be about the articulation, it doesn't have to be about the paint apps. It's just, like I said, just the design feature in itself. And he did these translucent ones, which I just thought were amazing. And right out of the gate, I think he's hitting a huge home run on this stuff. So yeah, big shout out to Reynolds, and just like I said, I love his work. And like I said, for a cool new style of collectability as far as action figures, I think it's just an amazing thing to get yourself into. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. Like I said, he's really killing it on this stuff.
Yeah, and I love supporting independent toy creators like this. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, Reynolds is a great artist, member of the community. The Forge is the name of his, not Toy Forge, but The Forge is the name of his company.
Yeah, and I got one of his other ones that I got at Legion's Con that are, it's pretty.
Woo!
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like I said, some of his designs are just truly amazing. It's just, like I said, so cool. So this is one of his painted ones, and a couple of other styles that he's done. This guy here, I mean, it's just, like I said, super, super cool. Like I said, super collectible, super fun, and just, like I said, just an amazing artist all the way through. So big shout out to Reynolds, man.
And stay tuned, because Reynolds has some very cool stuff on the way. So put it this way. You're looking at these figures, you're like, hey, you know what? Whatever idea you're having, you might be thinking about that. He's got some very cool stuff on the way. Yep. I also grabbed this set of Galactic Brawlers as well. Another thing I'll say, the presentation of these things is awesome. Did it as a 3-pack, a beautiful box. It doubles as a stand. They look awesome. 100%. That's sort of what I was talking about. Yeah. Can't wait for his Glyos entry.
Yep.
Reynolds, great job, man. Really, really awesome pick here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it rolling. My number 5, you got a sneak peek at it a second ago. I'm going with the Jada Toys Dalsum.
Yeah.
If nothing else, the Jada Toys Street Fighter line has gotten a lot of love this year, and rightfully so. Super cool figures, great looking, fun to play with, at a ridiculously low price point. What are these, $25? Like something crazy. Tons of characters coming out, but kind of the reason why I put Dalsum on here is that, number one, Dalsum was like my character. When I was a kid playing Street Fighter, I would pick Dalsum because it's a fictional character in a fictional world. But hey, I don't know. Maybe he's Indian. As I was like, he's an Indian guy. So that's my guy right there. That's Dalsum. But the fact that they decided to make this character the way they did is just so cool. If you remember Street Fighter, Dalsum, his thing was that like he could hit you from across the screen because his legs would get really long or his arms would get really long. And it's kind of like, how do you put that into action figure form? And what they did was they gave you additional sets of arms and legs that are bendy, and that pop in and out off of the figure. He's got a little stand to prop him up. And just the thought that sort of went into it for a $25 figure, whatever it is, like, I love when companies think like this. And they're like, you know what, we're going to give you this character in a way that makes sense with the parts that are important to you. I just think it was really cool that they went ahead and did this. And I love the line overall.
Yeah, the extended arms and legs are so amazing on this figure, just so true to form from the
this is
video
dope,
game.
So here, let's grab another photo. Right here.
Yeah, I just recently changed up his pose.
Yeah.
How badass is that?
Yeah.
So you got some of the Galactic Brawlers here in the front.
Yeah.
All the Street Fighter figures. Dalsum going at it with Chun-Li.
Yeah. Double-fisted long punch, boy.
I've got my X-Men v Street Fighter Capcom arcade 1-up over there. Might have to play that later.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. So shout out to Jada Toys for making affordable figures that are true to the characters, that are fun to play with, and figuring out a way to do things like the extendable limbs.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, totally worth it. And listen, if you still want them, not hard to get.
No, not at all.
BBTS right now, you can order them. I never saw him in store, but you can order him right now. And that's important to me too, because one thing I kind of wanted to mention, there are some figures I kept off my list out of spite. Like, where's this guy at? Here we have the Master of the Universe Mattel Origins Turtles of Grayskull Mossman, which is awesome. A translucent figure, totally crazy, has nothing to do with turtles. It sort of seems like at some point they were like, it's just an excuse to make a translucent green crazy character. But he was like impossible to find, at least on the East Coast, right? I ended up having to get him off eBay. They did a merman that was amazing, that was impossible to get. Never in stores over here on the East Coast, as far as I know. He's like $150 on eBay. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that merman's stupid priced now.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it. Meanwhile, you got companies doing something like this, putting a lot of thought into it. It's a cool figure. So I love it. 100% happy to put Dalsum on my list.
Hell yeah. Great pick, dude.
Rhino, what do you got? Number 5?
So I got an honorable mention.
Yep.
And it is the Forge robot. This is a desk fig. I always mess with it. I love that. The paint job's awesome. I wish him luck on his line that he is working on currently. But man, I can only echo what you said. So my number 5 pick is the Sleepwalker. I believe he's called the Heavy Gunner. The nice. BBTS Monster Force figures. These figures are fantastic. They come with a lot of accessories. The detail and the weapons, they move great right out of the package. I didn't have to heat it up at all. No breakage.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard great things about this line, man. They look fantastic, dude.
They're great. And it's
so cool.
I was hesitant because I had a feeling that I was going to like it. And then Trevor showed it on one of the lives. And I was like, well, I need to get it. I got it. And then I got like 4 more figures after that. So I'm going down the rabbit hole.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. This is an amazing line, dude. So cool. So cool.
And speaking of Trevor, he took a great shot of this dude.
It's awesome,
man. And it's, say what you want about Vala, his figures have gotten better, but this is the first wave, and I haven't had any of the QC issues that I had with the first wave of the Valaverse. And I know he was he shit on Gridiron and they're working with them, but I think Gridiron makes great stuff too.
Yeah, this is amazing, dude. Great pick, dude. Great pick for sure.
Thank you. So I believe
What was that dio from? Was that a Crash Box?
Yeah, he gives it, it's like, I don't even want to try to pronounce it, but I got that at Legion's Con last year.
Great looking dio. Works so well with that figure, man. Looks great.
Yeah, I wish his stuff is pricey, but it's great. I wish I would have gotten more, but you know, money is a factor in that.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Should we wait for John? Keep moving, or
sure, if you want to do your number 4, that's fine.
All right, I'll throw up the number 4. So my number 4 is Frankenstein's Monster.
Yeah.
Love that figure. Love the sculpt, the pants, the boots, and I loved everything that came with that figure.
Yeah.
I've used it, like, you don't have to exclusively use it for this figure. I've used it for my last Odious shot, the table. But you get your money's worth with this figure.
Oh, by far one of the best loaded out figures of the year for sure, for the money. I mean, it's just amazing all the stuff that it came with, and yeah, this sculpt and every detail so true to form to the novel. I mean, it's just like I said, kudos and hats off to all the work that, you know, Eric and all the guys at the Four Horsemen Studio put into creating this figure. It's such an iconic, you know, classic style of what this, you know, creature was supposed to look like and feel like. It's just, like I said, it's just amazing. An amazing job they did on this.
Oh
yeah, really good call. I'm glad that the creature is getting a mention on the list here, because I love the fact that with Figure Obscura now you can get like a whole playset.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole thing.
Absolutely. And then some.
Nobody's gonna say anything. All right, cool.
What's your number? You're on your number 5, John, or your
you're up next, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Eric's number 4. Boom.
Yeah, the Ben Cooper line, just as a whole, I mean, it doesn't have to just be any particular figure. I chose this one because this is one of the ones that I have in hand, which is the Beetlejuice one. Just the Ben Cooper line and the Ben Cooper costume line as a whole, for nostalgic reasons. If you're old enough to remember the Ben Cooper costumes back in the day, and if you own one or two throughout the years of Halloween, your Halloween experiences as a child, you completely remember this, and it's such a cool nostalgic draw. And I think they did an amazing job on these figures. I think they're totally fun, and like I said, it's just one of those great figures. No matter which one you pick up, if you've, you know, completed the entire line or you just picked up one or two, I just think overall for 2024, I think it was just an amazing line of cool action figures. So super cool.
So badass. I love the whole idea of this line. The Alien Ben Cooper figure was one of my Christmas presents from Mrs. Hedgehog this year. I freaking love it. I need the gizmo because I actually wore a Ben Cooper gizmo costume as a child. When
you have to get it then. Yeah, you have to get it.
Need it.
Yeah.
I freaking love this call, man. And then this is sort of like the Alien, right? Because they didn't make an Alien in the 80s. They didn't make a Beetlejuice in the 80s.
No.
Beetlejuice fucking rules.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Rob says Ben Cooper skeleton is the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, what's going on, man? These Ben Cooper figs are great. I've only picked up the Gizmo one. For obvious reasons, Drunk Gizmo Customs.
Yep.
Totally badass. Love this call. And I didn't like, before a figure comes out, sometimes you don't always pay attention to like scale and sizing. I love the fact that they're smaller.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfect.
Yeah, definitely cool. Definitely cool.
My number 4, Figura
yeah.
Obscura, Anubis, and Bastet. I snuck Indy in there. He was on the video countdown, but this is real. Number 4 spot here is for the Figura Obscura, Anubis, and Bastet. So sort of a different feeling from Dalsum. This is very much an art set. Like this could be, something that you buy in a museum, an absolutely loaded kit with all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, that's awesome, Rob. Thank you, man. Beautiful figures. Just if you're just going to set, like, I feel like I can set them up with other figures of mine and the pictures look cool just because the figures look that cool. The fact that they sort of even went this route, like where I think of Figura Obscura more of like legend and folklore. This sort of shows it can be anything. With Anubis and Bastet here, the Gods of Egypt set just floored me when I saw them. I just think they're beautiful pieces of art. And yeah, very much it belongs in a museum.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yep. Great pick, dude.
Thank you. So we've got your 4, so we can go to 3 now.
Yep.
See a lot better now, actually. So Late Night LeBron's number 3 figure of the year, Poxus.
Yeah.
Good
I was
call.
kind of late to the party on this one, but finally picked him up at Legion's Con, and man, oh man, what an amazing figure from head to toe. Jesus, it just completely blows me away from the things that we started with, that we, looked at and thought of as amazing figures coming from the 4 Horsemen line and the Mythic Legions line. To what this character is, what he comes with, accessories, sculpt, soft goods, the whole package, man. It's just an amazing piece of artwork. I just love it from head to toe. Just a beautiful figure, man.
Yeah, totally amazing. It's funny. I was listening to the Mythic Enablers podcast from last week, and they were doing sort of like some of their favorite figures of the year. And Eric Miller was talking about this Poxus in particular and talking about how cinematic he is, right? There's so much sort of going on with this figure. And he was talking about, he's got like the insect bow or whatever, and he's just imagining like him like taking out like all of these knights, like, and them getting hit with like the insects and stuff like that. Like, just a badass figure.
Super dope figure, man. Damn, it's so good.
Yeah. Poxus. All right, so I guess we'll roll into my number 3. Excuse me. Number 3, Boss Fight Studios, Court of the Dead, Galaverbier and Malavestros. I don't know how to say the names correctly, but these are 1/18th scale Court of the Dead figures from Boss Fight, which I've been waiting on for a couple of years, and they finally hit this year, and they are freaking awesome. We've got like a dark undead mermaid, and then like an evil sort of like jester type character, very similar to like Vitruvian hack style figures. Feel really good in hand. A scale that is super like hits all the nostalgia bells for me. 1/18th scale. The Vitruvian hacks, they do pop and swap. They have pop and swap capabilities, much like Legions do. And so do these, but like, they have extra hands, extra parts, and like everything pops on and off really cool. They have really cool accessories. Like the Malavestros character has like these translucent sort of magic effects. They come with like, like little books and things like that. Just really cool characters. A little dark, a little evil, just super cool. Didn't really hear a lot about them, but like I've been waiting on them for about 2 years now. Finally hit this year, and I love them to death. Do I actually have one here? Oh no, they might be over there on the shelf. But that's it. That's my number 3. The Boss Fight Studios Court of the Dead figures. I need to get more of them. I just have these 2. They kick ass.
Very, very cool.
Court of the Deadline, man. They got some good characters in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Badass. And I'm not even familiar with like Court of the Dead, whatever the source material is. But I know the character designs are awesome. That's all I need to know.
All right.
I think we're up to you, Ryan.
Number 3 is Mr. Rice.
Nice.
Love the loadout on this guy. I love the blue. It makes me sad I didn't get more of this, but what a great figure. And I know we talked about it earlier, but such a great character.
Awesome figure, man.
All right, that's my number 3.
Yeah, tempted to put him on my list too, for some of the reasons that we said earlier. Just the cool character, massive loadout, dope paint job, a lot of possibilities, and we've seen how good you can do with photographs with this guy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Wow, we're up to number 2 already, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're closing in. All right, Late Night's number 2 figure of the year. What do you got? Boom.
Yeah. Mondo 1/6 scale beast man. And boy, what a beast he is, man. Just a massive scaled figure, and in true form to the Masters of the Universe line. Obviously they're all 12 almost 13-inch scale figures, and this guy towers over all of them, and it's just incredible the detail and the work that went into this figure, the sculpt and the paint, soft goods, the whole nine. It's just, like I said, so amazing. Such a showpiece and a centerpiece for any collection in 1/6 scale if you're into that size. Just an amazing figure through and through. I just totally love it. Such a great piece to add to this collection of amazing figures of the Mondo series that they did for Motu. Just incredible.
Just a beast. Just a beast.
Just a beast.
I was watching Dorklair on the Dorklair channel. They did their sort of like countdown awards-ish type show on Thursday, and Beastman, this Mondo Beastman, showed up for I guess it was probably Larry and Curtis. Both had him on their lists, and talk about presence, man. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how massive this thing is, and just like I said, just the shelf presence alone is just amazing.
Real fur, chains, the turkey leg, which is, I guess, a reference to the cartoon. Like, so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, on Off-World, this made Dylan's list, and he put it right in front of him, and you couldn't see him anymore.
Yeah.
It just took up the whole frame.
Yeah.
Listen, Mondo, the Mondo Masters series. I think the only Mondo Masters of the Universe figure I got this year was Disco Skeletor, but they kill it. They kill it with this line. You know what I mean? The deluxe Skeletor from last year was awesome, and the Beastman is nuts, man. It feels like you could ride him around.
Yeah, it's ridiculously huge. It's freaking amazing.
All right, we're up to my number 2 now. My number 2 figure 2024 for SDL is Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Once Was a Man Cobra Commander. I love G.I. Joe Classified. I think it's a cool line. I get the figures now and again. I think they're doing a great job. Too many for me to keep up with, even though G.I. Joe was my number 1 toy as a kid. But once I found out they were doing a Once Was a Man Cobra Commander straight from the G.I. Joe, the movie, Cobra La style, I was so pumped about it. The only downside was that he was relatively like if you didn't grab him on the initial, I think he was, I forget what kind of exclusive he was. If he was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or whatever it was, difficult to get. I remember missing out. The reason why I ended up with him was because Bill from the Dork Lair ended up selling me his, and I was so happy to get it, so pumped to be able to get this guy in 1/12 scale. I think they did a really good job with him. He comes with the snake head. He has a visor helmeted head, and then he has like a separate visor. So then like after he turns into a snake, he's like sort of holding the visor, which is really cool. He comes with his actual full snake form, right? And it's like the plastic is like soft enough where if you have Roadblock, you can wrap him around Roadblock, just like the scene from the movie. Just awesome. The fact that they did it at all, which is, you know, he's essentially a niche character. Like Cobra La, G.I. Joe, the movie, those characters are not the most popular G.I. Joe characters ever. I love them. I think they're amazing. I think they're wacky. I think they're crazy. Everything even down to like the box, right? The box for this thing is cool. It's got a flip top Velcro top. It's got holograms on both sides. Super, super cool. I don't know that I was even predicting that this was going to be happening as soon as it did. Very, very cool that they even made this. That's my number 2. Once Was a Man, Cobra Commander.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Badass. But now it's for your number 2, Ryan.
So I'm going to rub salt in the wound for Dylan.
Uh-oh.
Yes. I love this figure. I love supporting indie toy lines. This is a great figure. Not just the exclusive version. I like the original version that I got to begin with. Articulation is fantastic. The soft goods, the sculpt. I didn't have any QC issues. I know there was a little bit going around, but these are fantastic.
Dylan says that's messed up, man. I still don't believe. I still can't believe Dylan of all people somehow missed on this. How is that possible?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He's spending too much time flipping his hair. That's why.
Yeah.
Boom, enabled.
Super cool, man. I love Odious. I don't have this version. I do have the regular version. Sort of the same thing. I mean, Odious is an awesome looking character. It's an awesome figure. Definite Mezco vibe in general. But one of the coolest things to me about Odious is just like, this is like this guy's dream coming true. That happened. You know, he created this character a long time ago. He's been working on it for years and years and years and years and years. And now the figure exists and we know what it is. Like, to me, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dylan wants to make sure you know he has the red jumpsuit.
But you don't have the head sculpt, so I win.
Easy, guys. All right. You both win. You're both winners in my book. Especially Ryan, because he got the figure. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go, baby. Number 1 figure of the year for Late Night LeBron. And I think I can say this. This is kind of for all of us, right? I feel like this is kind of for all of us. Eric LeBron's number 1 figure of the year. Hot Toys,
Nice.
89 Batman.
Yes, sir. Definitely something I had been waiting on adding to my collection for a very, very, very long time. Missed out on the first one way back in the day, and he was way too expensive to acquire. Up until this point, when they made this new deluxe version, what can you say? Keaton style, 89 Batman. It was just a truly amazing experience. Also to share with my 2 brothers here, to have them purchase their first Hot Toys and kind of send them down the Hot Toys rabbit hole. And what a better way and what a more iconic way to do it than this figure here. So yeah, he had to be my number 1.
Yeah, one of my favorite things that happened this year was the three of us essentially ordering Hot Toys 89 Keaton Batman together. And now he's here, and it's awesome. And I now own a Hot Toys figure, and it's really cool that I get to share that with my Bat Bros.
Yep. Bat Bros.
Yeah. Cool. What else is there to say? Hot Toys Batman.
Yes, sir.
That's it. All right, so I'm gonna cheat and say that I share that one too. But I also have a different number one. And it's something that I don't know that I thought was a possibility for the number one. But it's one of those figures that once you see it, like, you can't really forget about it. I'm going with Cosmic Legions, Zaxius Wave, Red Jet Pilot, with one of the most beautiful paint jobs I've ever seen on a figure. This year, 2 paint jobs stand out for me above all others. That's Poxus Arachagor and the Red Jet Pilot. This beautiful, sweet, shiny, red, candy, delicious. Oh my God. I love the Tusk bodies anyway. And this one is one of the reasons why Fisher Rice didn't make the list, because it's like, all right, I've already got another Tusk body with a beautiful paint job. How many can I put on the list? Just gorgeous. Like, just, it's a Cosmic Legions Tusk figure, but finding a way to make it look out of the box by using this kind of paint job, to me, is killer. And look, you know, I'm not an action figure photographer, but look how much fun I had just posing him outside. He's got like the little, you know, the little zoom thing on his wrist gauntlet there. Looks beautiful in the sunshine, which is big for me. And just gorgeous. You could play with him all day. He's awesome. He's Cosmic Legions. He's the Red Jet Pilot.
Great pick, man. It's beautiful paint job on that figure, man.
Curtis, Indy was ineligible for this list because he was on the video list. So that's why. So another way for me to cheat and turn, you know, a top 5 or a top 10 into like a top 30. So that's it. I put Red Jet at number 1. So we've got one more number 1 figure. Ryan, what do you got?
I have the Mafex Eradicator.
Oh, snap.
I love this figure. Yeah, I love the vibe he has. And I'm Reign of the Superman. I love it. And I'm can't wait for the Superboy to come out to have them. But yeah, this was a standout.
Yeah, that's an amazing looking figure, dude.
This is my shocked face that Ryan picked the DC figure.
DC fanboy, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Can't help it.
Dude, that cape is ridiculous. Like,
yeah, dude, it's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for Curtis to weigh in. I imagine Curtis has got to be on the same page, right?
It didn't make Curtis's number 1. I think it on All-World it was his number 2. Hey, you don't have to be a photographer. Just set them up and take the shots.
I was throwing this up there because I love just taking figures outside onto my back porch when it's sunny out and just taking a couple of pictures of it, like natural light. Like, that's awesome. Curtis says, okay. Nice job, RyGon. Nice pick, dude. That's awesome, man. Oh, he says it was number 2.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
What number 1 was.
So that's it. Those are the awards, guys.
Yeah.
The awards.
Nice pick all around.
Any initial reactions to the awards? Any crazy surprises? Not really.
Nah.
No.
I had a feeling some would overlap.
If you will indulge me, I did want to throw a couple of more things out there because to me, the most important thing about lists like this or looking back through the pictures or anything are just the moments, you know, the moments sort of that you remember during the year. It's all about sort of creating moments. And there was a bunch this year, more than I could ever really name or identify or sort of rattle off, but I did pull a few that I kind of wanted to share with everybody because these things just sort of make me happy. The first one at ZoloCon earlier this year, my good friend Patrick Boyle, another one of my favorite artists in the community, did something that I didn't expect and went completely above and beyond. And he gave me his Roboto custom figure. Just gave it to me because he knew that Roboto is my favorite Masters of the Universe character. I have a bit of a Roboto collection, even Glyos, going on. And he knew that, and he was just like, you know what? I want to give this to you. And I was like, this is such a cool thing. Like, it meant a lot to me. It's one of my favorite figures in my collection right now. So one of my favorite moments of the year was getting to hang out with Patrick Boyle at a bunch of conventions this year, by the way, but also just how cool it was that he was like, he would give me his custom that he worked so hard on.
Nice.
And Pat is here. What's up, PB?
Big ups,
Pat.
Pat.
To be in my collection. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yep.
And also, sort of in general, I wanted to give a shout out to all the people that got to hang out with at conventions this year. I had the privilege of hanging out with all the guys from the Wolf King crew at a bunch of shows this year. Anthony and Nate, and Ryan's always out at the shows. Here is me, Nate, and Anthony at ZoloCon setting up. Nate with the late night LeBron t-shirt on, by the way, with that Moby Dick custom that I was talking about before. Here's another shot from ZoloCon with some of my favorite peeps: RyGon, Amber, Steph, Big Greg. Listen, guys, 2025 is just starting. We got a bunch of conventions coming, a bunch of conventions on the slate. Late nights coming out to freaking ZoloCon this year. We're going to have a blast.
Yep.
Another big thing I wanted to mention, if you'll indulge me, is that, again, one of my favorite things about this whole community and this hobby is when I can involve my family in it as well. And everybody is so cool. Van and Jordan, always awesome, hanging out with my son Chase. This is ZoloCon. This is Van and Jordan again. My daughter had a dance thing down in North Carolina over the summer, so we went down there, met up with Jordan and Van for lunch. That was awesome. Again, another show that I was just at with Len in Lehigh Valley Toy Show. Toy show is like, you can just go and hang out with somebody at a toy show all day long. That's how me and Ryan first started hanging out, was just being at toy shows. And of course, how could I not mention Legions Con 2024, when I rolled up to intern for a day, pulled up in my car. Ryan and Eric happened to be outside. They both said, "What's up?" And Eric said, "Park your car, go to the Armory Experience right now before you miss it."
Yep.
And of course, Victoria, Mrs. Hedgehog, and Chase got to stop by Legions Con quickly, but they got to stop by Legions Con this year, got to hang out for a little bit. That warmed my heart very much. And of course, maybe the best thing that happened at Legions Con this year was hanging out with Mama LeBron for most of the weekend. She is awesome. We see where Eric gets it from. Don't tell him I said that. Man, just how cool was it to have your mom at Legions Con this year, dude?
Probably one of the best experiences of the entire year for 2024. It was just, like I said, it was an amazing thing to share with her, especially as much as I've loved and enjoyed the toy community and the toy world for as long as I have, and for an experience and a community as great as we have at Legions Con. It was just, like I said, it was the pinnacle of an experience to be shared with my mom. It was cool.
Super cool. All weekend we were hanging out. When we, sharing meals together. I hope we get to do that again at ZoloCon. Like, that was really awesome. Sitting down for dinner and watching Eric and like his mom kind of go back and forth was like pretty hilarious.
Yep, that's us.
And then, oh yeah, I think this is the last thing I had here. This was just a little thing. So, almost 3 years ago now, the dragon was still just a legend. And we used to joke in chats that every time they would mention anything about a dragon, we'd be like, oh my God, they just confirmed the dragon. Oh my God, dragon confirmed. So Legions Con 2022, I think, I had one t-shirt made that just said, oh my God, dragon confirmed. And I got to dig that t-shirt out and wear it to Legions Con 2024 for the dragon actually being announced, and got to take this picture, which is now going to be one of my favorite pictures of all time.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
And big ups to the return of Corn Boy, man. What a
Hell
moment.
yeah.
What a moment, man, for all of us.
That's a good call, LeBron, because that was
standing ovation.
Yeah.
Standing ovation. He was getting choked up. Just felt privileged to be there, man. It was so much fun.
Heck yeah.
That's it. That's an award show, guys.
Absolutely.
Well done. Thanks, everybody, for stopping in the chat and hanging out with us. We just kind of wanted to share some of the stuff with you. It's time to give something away, I think. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Here we go. We got last chance, #Carter. Real good odds as usual, but that's cool. And again, this is for the original 3D printed head and staff. Original design by Chase Donath. Second. Original design by Chase Donath. Sculpted by Diago Conti. Printed by the Toy Forge. Anthony Houseal. A true family project. If you win this giveaway, you will get your own head and staff that you can paint yourself, and we want to see the custom later on. That's the only condition. We want to see what you do with this head and staff. Please post it later. We're even going to give you a certificate of authenticity, and we're about to run that. Last chance. The name of the original character is Carter. That's why it's #Carter, and we're going to run it in 3, 2, 1.5, 1.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Allison Troy, congratulations. Thank you, Allison. Allison rules. I know her from the Geek Dad Life community and Discord and all that stuff. She's also the head researcher for the Toy Geeks podcast, and still here. Congrats, Allison.
Congrats.
Let's message offline. I'll get these to you this week. That is freaking awesome. Yeah. Guys, that was fun. That was so much fun.
Absolutely, man. Always an enjoyable show to do, man. Especially to look back at all the stuff that's gone on through the year. It's really cool.
Dude, and now we have a whole year in front of us.
Ooh,
which has started.
What a year we got coming up, man. Oof.
Quite eventfully.
Hold on to your hats and glasses, boys and girls. It's going to get crazy.
In the words of Samuel L. Jackson, hold on to your butts.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've already had an in-stock sale. We have a book that's about to go on pre-order. We've got a dragon coming. Mm-hmm. We've got skeletons about to hit.
Skeletons are on the water.
On the water. We've got the Necronominous wave, which I think is one of the greatest Legions waves ever. It's going to be hitting.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of stuff we don't even know about. On that topic, Dorkler has a really great video about the stuff that is coming this year. Check that out.
Yeah, great video.
Mezco Nosferatu, that's right, that's coming. It's going to be just an insane year.
Yeah.
But mostly, I kind of just can't wait to hang out with you two dudes every Saturday.
Yep.
And the fact that...
Can't wait to see you guys in March, man.
That's what I was just going to say. That's our next big con, baby. ZoloCon.
Yeah.
Valley Forge Casino. Anybody that hasn't made their plans yet, go to ZoloCon. It's going to be an absolute blast. Horsemen are going to be there. We're going to be there. We're going to have so much fun, man.
Yep.
Right. I guess that's it. I'm going to go upstairs and help Mrs. Hedgehog finish dinner. It's smelling really good. So that's what we got. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please, please, please check out my homies on Instagram. Toy Goof and Gons on Instagram for one of the best action figure photographers out there right now, my man Ryan. Late Night LeBron, right here for one of the best customizers in the community. You're already here, but please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already at Hedgehog Action. Looking for 1,000 subscribers later this year. But most of all, thanks for hanging out. We had a blast. We hope you had a blast. And until next time, don't forget the #1 rule, which is
be cool.
later.
Later, guys.